December 7, 1941. It was a quiet, sun-drenched Sunday morning in the tropical paradise of Oahu, Hawaii. Most sailors of the U.S. Pacific Fleet were either sleeping in, eating breakfast, or preparing for church. They had no idea that at that very moment, hundreds of Japanese planes were screaming across the ocean, heading straight for them. This was the day that would end American isolationism forever and change the course of human history. For years, tensions had been simmering between the United States and the Empire of Japan. Japan wanted to dominate the Pacific, but the U.S. stood in its way with a devastating oil embargo. In a desperate move to paralyze the American Navy, Japan launched a secret preemptive strike. They didn't just want to fight, they wanted to destroy the sleeping giant before it could even stand up. At exactly 7:48 a.m., the sky over Pearl Harbor turned into a nightmare. Two waves of Japanese Zero fighters and torpedo bombers descended on Battleship Row. The roar of explosions replaced the sound of the morning surf. The USS Arizona suffered the most horrific fate. A 1,760-pound armor-piercing bomb pierced its deck, igniting the forward magazine. The ship exploded with a force that lifted it out of the water, claiming the lives of 1,177 brave souls in an instant. Chaos reigned. Men jumped into burning, oil-slicked waters. Anti-aircraft guns fired blindly through the thick black smoke that choked the Hawaiian sky. By the time the last Japanese plane turned back toward its carrier, the devastation was absolute. In just 2 hours, 2,403 Americans were dead, and 19 ships, including 8 massive battleships, were either sunk or heavily damaged. The next day, President Franklin Roosevelt stood before a stunned nation. His voice, steady but filled with gravity, echoed through every radio in America. He called it a date which will live in infamy. Within hours, the United States formally declared war on Japan, and days later, on Nazi Germany and Italy. But Japan's plan backfired. Instead of demoralizing America, the attack ignited a fire of national unity that the world had never seen. Factories began running 24/7. Women stepped into the workforce by the millions, and the greatest generation lined up at recruitment offices to fight for freedom. Pearl Harbor wasn't the end of the American story. It was the beginning of a superpower. Today, the USS Arizona Memorial stands as a silent witness beneath the waves, a reminder that while a giant can be wounded, its resolve is unbreakable. We remember the heroes of that day not just for their sacrifice, but for the world they helped save.